I was talking to Kim, a friend of mine, about a meeting that TK and I have every week called the Passion Planner. And I still remember Kim's look on his face, and he was like, Cyril, I know you plan a lot of things, but do you also plan this? Bonjour, this is Cyril from Work Smarter, Live Better. In this video, I want to share one simple habit which has a big impact on my life. When I work with leaders, my focus with them is about performance at work, spending more time on their priority, but also well-being and having a better work-life balance. And so we go in depth, we take them to the journey. And at the end of the journey, I have a session called Amplify Your Life, where I challenge those leaders to say, we have spent all this journey talking about your business life, but do you realize all those principles are as important, if not more, in your personal life? And what always surprised me is how much energy leaders and people in general spend on their business life and how little they spend on their personal life. I was recently to a workshop with a client of mine, and one of the lady in the workshop, I had trained her 4 years ago, and she said, Cyril, really the impact for me, yes, there was a big impact at work, but the impact at home was the most profound, and it's exactly what I wanted to hear. And so, if you've known me for a while, you know how important it is for me is the weekly plan. Is the fact that every week I spend some time looking at my key priorities at work and planning my next week. Well, I do exactly the same thing at a personal level. I do a personal weekly plan where I plan my key priorities at a personal level, but also over the last few years, TK and I have included a meeting that we call a Passion Planner. So TK and I sit down every week and we plan. And we have this discussion, TK and I, every year where we think about our key priority for the year. We share our quarterly key project, but every week in this Passion Planner, we do three things. We call it sandwich, key project, and sync. Sandwich. We start with a very simple exercise where we call this sandwich. And you know, in a sandwich where you have two pieces of bread and something in the middle, where the sandwich is each on a turn, I would share with TK one thing I'm very grateful for from what she's doing. One little thing I'd like some improvement. I'll say, hey, can we change this? And so it's not a criticism. It's say, hey, one thing I'd like to change, and one thing is positive. So it's our little sandwich. The second thing is we talk about our key projects. So what we've done last week, where we are, where we're stuck, anything. So it could be an important vacation we're organizing for the family. It could be a finance thing, could be a family thing we're organizing. And then we do a calendar sync. We look at the calendar for next week. When, if I'm traveling, if TK is committing to something as well, and we do a sync of our calendar. And one of the reasons, I think after more than 25 years of marriage, I'm still so in love with TK, is our communication. Is the fact that we are very good. We don't always agree on things. We disagree on things, but we're very good at communicating and talking about things and resolving things. My question to you is, do you spend time with yourself and do you spend time with your partner every week to plan, to discuss the important things? If you don't, I highly suggest you do, because it's so worth it. This is this week's Work Smarter, Live Better tip. You have a lovely day. À bientôt.